I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting.
White therapy.
Welcome to the All right, you guys, welcome to Off the Vine. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe. Today we have queen of comedy and an internet legend joining us. We have Brittany Furlan Lee. She was the most followed person on Vine for a while there, and now she's a comedian, married to Tommy Lee. They're so cute, and I just belly laughed with her. It was like two girls getting together to yap.
Let's go.
I'm start off with a banger with OCD. I was so psycho about symmetry. And even like on clothing, like everything had to be even. And so
my pants are like up my gotta pull them out.
That's
They're like breaking it like the Red Sea. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, I had to adjust the lips. All right, we're good.
I like when people just say what's on their mind.
Sorry, I had to be.
No, that's truly incredible. It's what did I see?
You had OCD as a kid?
See, I also have ADHD because my brain just jumped to lips. And
do we all have ADHD now?
I think so.
I feel like everyone does. I get on the internet and everyone's like, "I'm autistic. Yeah. I have ADHD."
Everyone, and I'm
maybe
like
a little. Maybe we all do a little bit.
I do think we all have a little bit because of the scrolling and because of the internet. But I
fried our brains.
Now I forget what I was saying. What was it?
You said when you were younger, you were obsessed with symmetry.
So that's what got me into my Botox and filler journey because I was like, I need my face to be symmetrical.
Same.
And I now have to go to a point where the girl who does my injections and stuff, she'll be like, no, you're delusional. And I was like, okay, good. Thank you for telling me that. I am delusional.
Your injector's really good because you look very natural.
Her name's
You don't
Elizabeth.
have pillow face at all.
I'm so scared of pillow face.
Your forehead's moving.
Oh, I've got too much movement up there right now. But
yeah, we could use a little bit.
That's you know why though? Is because I'm getting
pulled out of my bag. Come on, girl. Come on.
Botox party.
I can't.
I am getting a upper bleph.
Are you? Why?
Well,
you're so young.
But here's the thing. I'm 39.
We're just young. I'm 38.
I do feel
we
young.
are just little teenage girlies.
I feel like this is like the first year that I'm like, I think I know who I am, but I probably don't. But what's funny is when I stopped getting Botox, my eyes started opening more.
Oh.
Which is interesting.
Well, that's weird.
I know. So now I'm like, well, shit, do I even need
Botox
one?
and you're just like squinting at me. I'm like, are you mad? I'm like, girl, why are you so mad?
Botox. But usually you can't show expression, but I don't know. I have a sensitive forehead, I guess. I droop.
Wow.
But now I'm like, well, do I do it? The appointment's in 2 days.
I don't think you need anything except my little forehead Botox is what I would do. But I'm
a lot.
See, I don't like any movement. I'm like, well, I do a little movement, but I don't like a lot. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
But that's just me. But you're so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
You're good.
I am tired.
We're all tired.
That's another thing.
We're all exhausted.
We're all tired with autism. That's what's happening here.
Call this podcast "Tired with Autism." The podcast.
Truly, we all. Yeah. I was in an elevator one time, and somebody was like, "How are you doing?" Like small talk, and I was like, "I'm really tired," and they're like, "Same. I'm tired too." And then I went, honestly, who's not tired?
Yeah.
Who in this world is not tired?
And they were just saying
them.
Hi to be nice. Yeah. And then now you're going to your journey and unloading on them. They're like, Jesus Christ. You're like doing your trauma dump. And they're like, they're like, I'm never going to ask anyone how they are again, ever.
I traumatized them with my inner child work in the elevator. No, it's true. I feel like everyone is freaking tired. I was just scrolling your Instagram, which by the way, you're so funny and beautiful. And like the wild rabbit that was just on your chest.
Oh, fell in my pool, my old pool, our old house. Yeah, the little so I would like feed these bunnies like every single night. They would come out to me. It was so weird. I would go out there and I'd have like apples.
Like Ace Ventura?
It was weird, yeah. And then they would come out and I would feed them. And then I guess my dogs scared the bunny and she ran and then she jumped to get away from the dogs and she was in the pool and then she let me pick her up and hold her and stuff and then she still came every day after that to get apples. It was so cool. Yeah.
Do you have like a tetanus shot?
Oh, rabies shot?
Yeah.
No, she didn't bite me. But I mean, well, I think with people, you obviously can get rabies, but I think you can't get like a preventative shot. I think it's only if you get bit by something.
Oh.
Then you go get. Did you hear about the lady, the teacher, who she had a bat in her classroom? And
yes.
Did you hear about this poor lady?
Yes.
And she went to get the bat out of the classroom. I don't know if she was wearing gloves or not, but it bit her.
Yes.
And she didn't even go to the doctor. She just let the bat go and then she died a month later. Guys,
awful.
Rabies is serious.
Yeah,
if you get bit by any wild animals, go to the hospital because they can do something then. You know what I mean? But if you wait, it's like
I did hear
impossible
about
to
that.
survive. Yeah, it's horrible. Isn't it weird? Dogs can get rabies shots, but I don't think humans can get
Well,
preventative.
then what is
Tetanus is if you get cut by like a rusty metal pole. You know what I
Oh.
mean? Yeah, that's tetanus. I know.
I cut my finger open like 20 years ago and had to get a tetanus shot.
Yeah,
and
everyone does. If you're
I
like
think I
on
was
like
drunk too, and I was like, "Isn't this for rabies?" And he was like, "It's actually for tetanus." And I thought I don't know. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about with rabies.
It's hilarious. You know what? I do want to say something though, is that if you guys ever come across a possum, I think possums are so cute.
No,
You
no,
don't. They're so cute.
They're in
They
my yard
don't
all the
carry
time.
rabies.
Oh,
So you
that's
don't
good
have to
know.
worry about possums. Their body temperature is too low. So if you do come across a possum, they will go like that, but they
Don't
won't
they
bite.
play dead?
They play dead. They play possum,
Yeah.
but they will not. Usually don't bite, and if they do, they don't carry rabies. So
Oh,
you
I
can
guess
always.
that's
So
good to
people are
know.
always killing possums, and I'm like, can we not kill
Why
the
are
possums?
people killing possums? Just because they're in their yard?
Yeah, or like they think that they're carry rabies or whatever, and possums are great. They eat ticks.
Oh,
Like they eat ticks. They're great. I mean, they're amazing creatures.
I didn't know that. Okay, fine.
Raccoons carry rabies.
Raccoons, skunks. I'm terrified of
Yeah,
because my
skunks.
dogs
Skunks are
got sprayed.
cute. Yeah, baby skunks, so cute.
Okay,
dude.
from
The
afar.
little like, and
but-
then they do like the jump thing, like they're scary.
You think skunks are cute?
So cute.
What? Okay,
I love our like really having a special conversation. I'm like, let's talk about
I
skunks,
forgot we were even-
rabies, and possum. No, this is how like autism does run in my family. There's
Yeah.
like several people. So it's like if you talk about one of my special interests, I'm like, I'm going to tell you everything I know, and like you just have to cut me
that's
off.
sweet.
It's
No, I don't
funny.
want to. I love talking about animals. I
Okay.
also was freaking out at your dog that got bit by the
coyote.
coyote. Why are the
Nina.
coyotes just doing this to dogs?
Well, also, so in Colorado, I think it was Colorado, the coyote just grabbed a little girl by the back of her head, a 4-year-old. Listen,
Oh,
and listen,
no.
I know all animals are obviously on Earth for a reason. They all have a purpose, even the
Right.
nasty animals. The coyotes in my particular neighborhood of when I lived in Woodland Hills, people go, oh my God, they're just starving, blah, 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 blah. I had 15 bunnies in my backyard
yeah.
that were living very happily,
Right.
okay? Here's the thing. Coyotes are opportunists. If they don't have to work as hard, they're going to go after what's easy. And dogs, cats, those things are
4-year-old
way
children?
easier to catch than a rabbit. Yeah. So that's the thing is that people go, oh, the poor coyotes are starving. No, the coyotes are going like, I can get an easy meal. I can grab
they're
this
lazy.
slow-ass 10-year-old dog and that'll be great.
Sad.
It's horrible. And you know, all the bunnies, they're thriving. They're like, there's hundreds of bunnies.
Is that why you moved?
No, we had been building a house
Oh.
in Brentwood for like 4 years, and it just happened to be that happened right before we moved. And actually, for 4 years living in Woodland Hills, I didn't see one coyote in my backyard.
Huh.
But the really scary thing is that he did come back, and my vet said that he would. Came back, same spot, sniffed the area my dogs were, and we were gone. We were moved out by then. But I
Whoa.
saw him on the cameras, and I was like, this mother. I mean, it was a horrible day. I
Yeah,
think it took 20
yeah.
years off my life.
The blood curdling scream that you screamed. I was
Because that's my
I
dog.
would've-
My Nina is, I've had her, she's 10. I've had her for so long. She's been with me through so
Yeah.
much since I was 28 years old.
Yeah.
You know, your life at 28 to now.
well, and some
mean,
people just have like I feel like Ramen, my one dog, is my soul dog.
Yeah, soul dog. Nina is my soul dog.
Yeah.
I mean, Teeny's great too. My other one's great. She's 4. She's so cute, but she's more like derpy. You know,
That's
she's
me.
like, ugh, like she's like ball. You know what I mean? Like
That's
she's not
my
like,
other
very-
one.
Yeah, she's like. I think this is like her first incarnation.
Yes.
You know, I
Yeah,
don't think
this-
she's been here, but I think Nina's been like 700 lifetimes.
That is so
And
my
Teeny's
two dogs.
Like, I like ball, like you know, and her eyes go different ways. I'm like, bro, are you okay? She's like Kate Moss, like her eyes kind of. She's cute though.
Wait, that is so.
Yeah.
Pino, my one dog, is so derpy and is the only ball. That's
Yeah,
the
ball
only thing that
obsessed. Yeah,
matters.
yeah.
And Ramen is like so intuitive and
Yes.
like knows when I'm feeling a certain way.
Looks
and
into your eyes.
soul. Yeah, he's everything. I wanted to talk about this at first, but obviously the brains go different directions.
Yeah,
but
no worries.
Vine.
Oh God.
What? Does that make you cringe?
It's so cringy. When I
Wait,
look at my old
why?
life, because it was just I was in such a weird, like, I'm so grateful. Okay, first let me start off by expressing gratitude because it really changed my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of doing that, let's be nice and say, yes, it changed my life. It was
And
great.
Vine was this app where people could do like really quick,
Yeah,
like what was it?
6-second
6-second videos.
And so I was a stand-up, and then Vine came out, and then I got popular on Vine, and then I became a Vine star. And so it kind of like, it was like
You were the most followed female
at
on
one
Vine.
point, yeah. And it was just so funny because it was just me being so stupid.
Yeah.
It was just the stupidest I could ever be.
Yeah.
And people were like, that's funny. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It was just like my real, raw, original self, I guess.
Then
I don't know.
what makes you cringe about it?
Because it kind of took my life in a trajectory in a good way and a bad way. I guess in a good way, my husband had actually followed me on that app. My husband
Really?
now, yeah, and thought I was funny and stupid. And so like then we ended up getting married later, you know, because we met up on Raya. He ended up seeing me on Raya and was like, oh my God, I love you. So that's a good thing. A great thing for like in terms of, you know, all the brand deals and the money and all that stuff's great. But then in terms of like, you know, I came out here when I was 17 to be an actor, and I had done theater, and I had been doing stand-up for a while and everything like that. And then all that kind of just got pushed out the window, and I became this like Vine star. So it was like no longer stand-up, no longer actor, like just Vine star.
You were kind
of
pigeonholed into like a Vine star, yeah.
Kind of a bummer, you know? And I think it still kind of sits with me to this day, although I have gone back to stand-up, so it's, you know.
Yeah, see, I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I loved
Vine.
Vine.
I don't know. I mean, I'm grateful. I think
get what you're
life
saying,
has a reason. It happened for a reason, so I'm grateful for what it's done. But, you know, when you get kind of like you're a social media person is kind of, then you're that.
But when did you get back into doing stand-up?
About a year and a half ago now.
Are you
I was just
loving
like,
it?
I love it. I mean, I did stand up when I first came out here, and then you know, I only stopped because when I started Vine, I was like, oh, I don't need stand up anymore. I'm performing for hundreds of thousands of people on this app every day. You know, when that went away, I was kind of like that creative void. I was like, I need to get back into performing. Plus, I love live performing. I know it's kind of a dying art, but I do love live performing.
Do you think it's a dying art?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's coming back in a way that there are a lot of people that actually are coming to the shows, which is great, you know?
Yeah.
But I do think that because there's so much to see online,
Nothing
that
beats a live
people
performance,
are. I
though.
know. But I think about it this way too, with like movies, for instance. Like when I see a movie that's coming out, I'm like, oh, I really want to see that. But then I go, instead of like going to the theater, I'm like, I'll just wait till it's on Netflix, or I'll just wait till it's streaming or whatever, you know? And I think a lot of people do that instead of, you know, going and seeing stuff. Although I will say the clubs have been good. I haven't had like any empty shows, so it's been good that way. But I don't know. I don't know how people are about it. I feel like
live comedy to me is like one of my favorite things to do.
It's so fun.
It's so
the energy's great.
Fun. You're not on your phone. You're laughing, and you're just like with like the energy of other people laughing with you.
Yeah.
I just love it. But I also love theater. I grew up loving theater and doing musical theater. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Philly.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
Philadelphia. Well, outside of Philly, so Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Where did you grow up?
Canada.
Oh, you're Canadian. Oh, that's cool.
I grew up in Edmonton, well, just outside of Edmonton, and then I moved to Vancouver for 11 years, and then I moved, and then I was in LA and Nashville, but now I'm all.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where's your favorite place to live?
Honestly, the hands down, my most favorite place I ever lived was Newfoundland, Canada.
Oh, wow.
Like so East Coast, the people were amazing, so much to do. It was beautiful. It was, I just loved it.
Oh, wow.
I feel like people do not give a in Newfoundland.
And why don't you want to live there now?
It's freezing.
It's freezing.
And you get stuck there a lot, like not a lot of flights in and out.
Oh.
And I love Nashville. I feel like I've got a house, a yard for the dogs. I just feel like I can like be in the middle, fly to LA or fly to New York for podcasting, and then just go home to my little sanctuary. And I just
love
it
Nashville
there.
too.
Oh, it's just
great. Nashville's really cool, and the people are really cool.
Yes, the people are really cool. I feel like it feels like a small town, but it's still a big city. And I just feel like it hasn't been corrupted yet, but it is on its way.
Well, yeah, a lot of people from LA have moved to Nashville.
Yeah. Wait, that's what I was going to ask. Did you see Wicked in the theater?
No, actually, yes, I did see Wicked in the theater when I was younger. I did see Wicked when I was on Broadway when I was like younger.
Oh, but wait, did you see it? I mean, the movie that just came out.
Oh, no, not the Ariana Grande one. But I'm dying at all the interviews with her and that lady because they are just like, girl. This is like if this was their arms, they're like,
but
they're so funny.
Do you think that's a PR? Like, you know how like
Or they just really love each other, which is kind of rad.
Well, I hope so, because it feels like the most genuine friendship I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But because of the internet, I scroll and I see people being like, this is for PR. This is what Lady Gaga and what's his name did for A Star Is Born.
Oh,
and
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. And they're just,
who knows? I mean, they're very like,
they're like sitting on each other's lap.
yeah.
It's so, but the movie, I cried, I think 4 times.
Did you?
I just thought it was so well done, and I found out that there's no like green screen. Like
it was all practical. Yeah, she was painted and everything. Yeah, I did see that.
And they sang live, like it wasn't a voiceover. And I don't know, I just thought it was, I don't know.
That's great.
You know when something happens and you like don't know how to feel your emotions, so you just start crying? That's what kept happening to me. I was like, that was so good. I don't even think clapping like is enough. Like I need my whole body to like start crying. I don't know. I was obsessed with it.
So what did you want to be when you were younger? Did you want to be
dancer?
Like you always wanted to be a dancer.
Yep.
Okay.
I grew up dancing. My mom was a professional ballerina.
Wow.
I like lived in the dance studio. It's why I moved to Vancouver. I wanted to be a dancer, but then I did the Canadian thing and dropped my dreams and chased a hockey player.
You're like, dancing. I'm gonna go collect these teeth off the floor. Wow.
Collect the teeth. And I was like, this guy makes a lot of money. He's hot. He's nice.
And what happened with that?
Well, he broke my heart. And then I went on The Bachelor. Holiday shopping can go, let's say, one of 2 ways for me. Super organized or last minute chaos. This year I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, but Way has come to the rescue. So if you're still looking for a thoughtful and practical gift, the hair and body products are the perfect fit for everyone on your list, and maybe even a little treat for you. I always like to add that in. Might as well get it for yourself too. So let me tell you about a few of my favorites. The leave-in conditioner is a game changer. Detangles, hydrates, and fights frizz. So trust me, it works for every type of hair. Plus there's a detox shampoo, which is amazing because I have so much buildup from styling products, root spray, hard water, holiday party hairspray overload, and it just detoxes that stuff right out of there. And can we talk about the St. Bart's hair and body mist? One spray and you're transported straight into a dreamy little beach. And I love it. So in the winter, the weather is obviously doing its best to dry everything out. And these products keep my hair healthy and my skin feeling incredible. And the best part is you can save 15% off site-wide. So whether the person that you have on your list has fine, thick, in-between hair, whatever it is, Way has something for everyone. So get on your way to save for the holiday. Go to theouai.com for 15% off site-wide and enter promo code VINE. That's the Way, theouai.com for 15% off with code VINE. The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays, my personal favorite time of year. It's cozy. It's about special moments. It's about curling up under a blanket with some hot chocolate or red wine and having a movie night with friends and family. But as much joy as the season brings, it can also feel very overwhelming at times. And that's why I think therapy is such an amazing tool. Did it today, actually. I've said it once, I'll say it a million more times. It's something you can do to help yourself year round. Therapy isn't just for those big life-altering moments. It's so helpful for learning how to set boundaries, manage stress, and build positive coping skills that empower you to be the best version of yourself. Not only that, but just talking through anything and getting that energy out. And if you're considering starting therapy, BetterHelp makes it super easy. It's entirely online. It fits right into your schedule. You just fill out a quick questionnaire and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist who is right for you. And if you feel like switching therapists at any point, hey, no problemo. There's no extra charge. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/vine today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/vine. What does Virgo mean about you?
Perfectionist, like just super clean, super tidy, like very organized.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that.
Really?
I am the opposite of that.
Oh boy.
Wait, what is your husband's sign?
He's a Libra.
And did those two signs work well together?
They've been working great. We've been together 8 years. So
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he. It's funny because the guys that I've dated before him were very messy.
Oh,
and that's a big yucky for me.
Yeah.
Like a guy that can't even put his socks in the hamper.
Oh, like, yes, I see what you're saying, messy. Yeah.
And I'm like so clean. Like
Yeah.
my house looks like a museum. You know what I mean?
I
Like
love
you
that.
come over and you like put your drink down and I like pick it up and I put a coaster under it.
You've
I
already
start
got one in your
cleaning.
back
I
pocket.
start
Like,
dusting
yeah.
while it's there. That's how I am.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm not like that, but
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so my husband's very neat, which people wouldn't expect from someone who's a musician. They would
Right.
expect him to be a fucking nightmare, right? Like
It's
dirty.
true. They do get this like reputation
Yeah.
of being like slobs or something.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't shower a lot, but he's very neat.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't make a mess.
Fair.
Yeah.
Doesn't shower a lot.
Yeah, not big on the showers.
I actually got hated on, I would say 5 years ago because I talked about how I hate showering.
Do you not shower every day?
No.
Girl, what? What do you take, like those like sink baths with the
Not
fucking,
even.
Not even? Just dirty?
I
I
just
just get too close. I'm all
I
throw up.
just get off a plane
You
and
look
raw dog
really
it to go to.
clean.
No, I've gotten better over the years.
Okay, but you don't shower every day?
No, unless
Wow.
I'm traveling. Like last night when I got off a plane from New York, I was like, I can't
Gotta
wait
wash
to
the plane
shower.
off of
Yeah,
me, yeah.
I felt disgusting.
I feel like that's European though, because Europeans, like, and my husband was born in Greece.
Was he?
Yeah, he was born in Athens, and his mother was Miss Greece, like so beautiful.
Oh wow.
And he said growing up, his mom, like that's a thing in Europe. You don't need to shower every day. They would just do the white washcloth if they felt like they were getting a little funky. But
yeah.
shower, like my husband showers like once a week.
Wow. Does he do the bird bath?
Bird bath, yeah, of course.
So you shower every day. Do you wash your hair every day?
I am like, no.
Okay.
This hair is so thick. So I wash the hair like
jealous.
once a week, and then I shower every night. But I'm just, that's the thing with me is I'm like overly clean. Like I'm stripping my body of all the oils and stuff it probably needs,
See, I'm like scared I'm going to lose my spray tan, so I'm like, I'm not going to shower.
You're like, I'm a bitch on a budget. I gotta make this shit lap. How do I make this shit? It's like you can't tell if it's dirt or spray tan. You're like, either way it works. It's fine either way.
It's contour.
I can't.
That I have a sauna in my backyard, and
That's
is so
hilarious.
disgusting.
Oh no.
I read somewhere that like benefits of not showering after a sauna were like a thing. Like,
Bro, just so sweaty.
and then I got like bacterial vaginosis and was like,
not BV.
maybe it wasn't BV, but it
Everyone's
was.
had it.
Yeah, it was something,
It
some sort of
happens.
like.
It happens to the best of us.
It really does, doesn't it? Luckily, all women listen to this podcast, so I feel like they'll understand. But I was like, oh my gosh, Kaitlyn, shower after, at least after the sauna.
At least wipe the cooch down.
Yeah,
give the cooch
give it a little
sponge
love.
bath.
Yeah.
I can't.
I was just like, but the benefits said.
Oh no! I know sometimes we're a little too homeopathic. I'm like,
And my problem is everybody on the internet is an expert, so I listen to everybody and I get mixed messages
that's
all
me
the
with
time.
TikTok.
Well, I'm like,
If
is
I
alcohol
hear
poison or
something
is it good
like-
for your heart? I don't know.
The red wine.
Yeah.
I hear everything I hear on TikTok. I'm like, Bible, like that's
Yeah.
that's the truth.
This is my
Carved in
church now.
stone. I
Yeah.
know. Like I literally, and then I go on my podcast. I have a podcast called "This Is the
Yes,
Worst"
yes.
with Brittany Schmidt, and I go on my podcast and I spout out this shit, and Brittany's like, "That's not right.
Yeah.
Like that's not." And then we Google it and prove me wrong.
Oh,
It's
that's a fun.
embarrassing.
Do you love podcasting?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
your guys' clips are so funny. And how
Thanks.
do you know her?
So we met from stand up. So like
Ah.
when I came back like a year and a half ago, I was watching one of Theo's shows, Theo Vaughn, and she was on
Hilarious.
his show because they're really good friends. And I thought she was so funny. And then we just hung out afterwards and we became friends.
Oh, fun.
I know.
Oh, yeah, you
Stand-up
guys have
community is
good.
fun.
You have good banter and like
Yeah.
chemistry.
We're
which
very
is-
different.
yeah.
We're like
which
very
works.
different people.
Yeah.
I'm like more, I don't want to say like easygoing. Brittany's like very like to the point. Like she's not afraid to be a bitch. She's very
Really?
like, yeah, she's hardcore. Like she cannot hide how she feels.
Ooh.
Like if you meet
What's
her
her
and
sign?
she does a Taurus, she's
Oh,
a bull.
yeah. Okay.
So if you meet her and she doesn't like you, you will know.
oh,
she's-
that's people scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, she's tough. Like
Yeah.
I mean, she will, and I'm like very lighthearted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's a funny dichotomy of the
Oh
two.
my
Two of us.
gosh.
Yeah.
And okay, I meant to touch on this when I was asking what your husband's sign was. You guys met on Raya, and then what was
Yes.
the first interaction like? Because I feel like you two are so cute. Like, what was the first? Was it like one of those
I mean, it's
instantaneous
so,
moments?
it's so funny because this is like Raya when it first came out.
yeah.
I heard Raya's crazy now. Like
I heard
basically,
it's
it's so funny.
crazy.
There was a girl on TikTok that was like listing all the celebrities on Raya because she's not on anymore, but like right before she jumped off.
Yeah.
And it's all the same people that were on when I was on
Really?
8 years ago. So I'm like, obviously something's very wrong with those people
Yeah,
because
the
they're
app ain't
still
working.
on
Yeah.
8 years
Yeah.
ago. She's like listing them like it's new news. I'm like, these people were all on when it first came out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when it first came out, I got on for free because they asked me to be on it,
Did
which
they-
was cool.
Oh.
Yeah, because they just wanted people on there.
That's nice.
And, then it was just kind of like at that point, it was really private. Like
Yeah.
there was like, I mean, I was swiping like there was like, huge celebrities
Wow.
on there, when I was swiping. And my husband, I ended up matching with him. And like just right off the bat, he was like very persistent, and he messaged me and was like, "Oh my God, I followed you on Vine. You're so funny." He's like, "I would love to hang out," and then we start texting, and he just like texted me right away, and blah blah
No
blah. And I'd only
games.
gone on like a few dates off of Raya until I matched with him, and then it was it. And then I
Yeah.
deleted it, and we hung out. We got along right away. We're both like very childlike,
Oh, that's fun.
and
that makes for a really fun relationship.
yeah, like he's very childlike. I'm childlike, and we playful.
Yeah.
And so we kind of just like vibe. We just vibe.
That's cute.
Yeah.
What other, like, what's the craziest celebrity you saw on there?
I wouldn't say crazy, but I mean, like, it's like all the same people that everyone has said. Like John Mayer's still on there.
Oh, I've heard
And,
that
like,
name like a million times on
Ben
that
Affleck
app.
was on there, and like, oh God, so many people. Joshua Jackson, like just so many people.
Yeah, it's like the usual suspects.
Just so many people. You just scrolling and you're like, there's just a lot of. Well, in the beginning, it was a lot of people. Like I think Jennifer Aniston was even on there at one
What?
point. Yeah, like
wow.
but then it kind of now it's kind of like they wanted to make money off of it. So
Right.
now it was like first I heard that they're charging $10.99 a month. Now it's $25.99 a month to be on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
I've
now
never
they're
done
charging
a dating
crazy money. Well, what are you doing now? You
Well,
just chilling?
app. Yeah,
You just want to meet someone like at Erewhon? They throw a grapefruit at your head or something?
that would be really cute.
Sup? My name's Chad. Do you want to hang out? I'm dead.
That is
Just
such a
knocks you
Chad thing to
unconscious.
do.
Yeah. Sorry, babe.
I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, I'm turned on.
Damn. That grapefruit's gonna be $23.
Yeah, freaking Air One.
I do, dude.
What is there any other one? Is it only in LA?
They're
Why is it
everywhere
so
in LA.
ridiculous?
They're everywhere now.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're
I
all
thought there
over.
was
There's
only
like
one.
Venice Erewhon. There's like Calabasas Erewhon. There's the West Hollywood Erewhon. Like there's all. They're
What
all
makes
over.
it so expensive? Why is it such a thing?
I think they just go out of their way to like make sure everything is sourced. Like and it's like no damaged products, like healthy, no fillers, this, that, like
Yeah.
they try to do like that. But there really is no excuse why like a package of Brussels sprouts is $64. You know what I mean?
Actually, insane.
There's
Like,
really no excuse, but the owner is like very bougie and
we don't have anything like that in Nashville. I go
Yeah.
to Kroger and I'm
I
like,
love that. And probably a lot of
Yeah.
farmers markets.
a lot of farmers
Have you
markets.
given a nice cowboy in Nashville yet? Like
They're all fake cowboys.
there are?
Yeah.
I can't.
I feel like
They have like cowboy hats and Jordans on. You're like, that's
Yeah.
not right. That doesn't look right.
no, it doesn't. None of it adds up. I feel like they're all fake and they're just trying, like the Montana boys. It's like a bunch of Montana boys. You know those guys that just like lip sync on TikTok and try and be cowboys?
Yeah, no, I actually like people are always like, follow me. And I'm like, I'm not following any new people. I literally would delete my Instagram today
Yeah,
if it wasn't for my podcast.
really.
I would be gone.
So
I would delete my TikTok. I would delete my Instagram. I'd delete everything.
wait, tell me why.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I've had enough clips of myself out there. And
Yeah.
it's like, and I'm tired of people like, I do something and then they don't like know the truth of my situation and then
Yeah.
they judge it. And I'm just like, I don't need that, like
I know.
I don't need it.
It's actually quite interesting how many people can have an opinion on something that they don't know anything about.
Yeah.
And it's
Horrible.
exhausting.
It's like so exhausting. I'm just like, like I love my life. It's perfect. My husband's awesome. Everything is great in my life. I don't need the peanut gallery
I know.
making up stories. Like,
How do
it's
you
so
two
weird.
protect your relationship and your peace together?
I mean, my husband could give a like
Oh,
he
that's
doesn't
nice.
read he doesn't read comments. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, he just did not care.
Yeah.
He is like the most like
Yeah.
who cares? Like it doesn't even affect him.
That's amazing.
For me, I'm getting better at it, but I'm not great at it still, because it's
Yeah.
crazy when you see like a total lie about
Yeah.
yourself and you're
Yeah.
like, what? Like you want to defend yourself, but then you're like, who am I defending myself to? You know what I
Right.
mean?
And you've been
So-
open about having anxiety
Oh, yeah,
and depression.
horrible.
Does that add
Yeah.
to it?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot better though in the last few years, thank God. I've done a lot of work on myself, and
Yeah.
it's like I obviously am not perfect. Like I'm not a perfect human being. I'm gonna do things that aren't perfect.
Yeah.
Like I'm a human,
Yeah.
and I just think it's when you have social media and you aren't your most perfect self, it's like people just destroy you.
I
And
know.
instead of being like, oh, you're a human being, you're not going to be perfect all the time,
Oh, and they'll destroy you over anything, and then they'll rally the troops to all
Yeah, they love
be
to-
behind them
yeah.
and take people down.
They
It's
love to destroy. So-
yeah, it's really. I suffer also from anxiety, but I know that you had talked about antidepressants too, and that changed my life. Like,
what did you take?
Celexa.
Oh, Celexa. Do you still take it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I take Effexor.
Every day, and I can't believe I lived my life without it. And I'm obviously like all for whatever, like talk to your doctor.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. But like, how did finding the right treatment for you impact your outlook on life? Because I too feel like over the last few years, I've gotten so much better with anxiety. And I still have it, obviously, but like I've gotten a lot
wearing
better.
Your Aura ring. Are you health obsessed as well?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm also a complete degenerate at the same time. Like, I drank wine on the plane here last night and then took edibles when I got to my hotel and then ate all of the hotel snacks. And then I'm like, wake up and I'm like, okay, I got to get my workout and I have to get this many steps in. Like, I'm both.
Okay, so is your anxiety, what is your biggest anxiety? Like, what are you scared of death?
Thoughts.
Okay, intrusive thoughts.
I think I'm going to get cancer. I think everyone around me is going to die.
Like if you don't do something the right way.
Yeah.
This is the OCD thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which comes through as anxiety
and OCD thinking.
And it really cranks up on my period.
Of course.
Otherwise, I'm quite chill.
Yeah.
It's like just around that time is when it really.
I know. I take a little, sometimes around my period, I take a little extra 10 milligrams of Prozac just during my period.
And that helps.
And it helps. That takes the edge off because I also get nasty during my period.
Oh,
too.
I'm a complete different human.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it?
It's really horrible. And I remember, like, I truly think, and it's for the best, but I truly think I ruined 2 relationships in my life because of it.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I know. And it's like, people don't understand how hard it is and they go, oh, just go on the pill. But the pill has all these other side effects.
Yeah.
And have you ever tried like natural progesterone?
No.
So natural progesterone is like calming. And so I also take that I have PCOS and endometriosis. Oh, you have PCOS
I have
as
PCOS.
well?
The amount of times I have to shave my face is.
Oh, same. So I'm surprised your doctor didn't give you a little natural progesterone. You can get natural progesterone, not synthetic.
Yeah, because I get so scared of all of that stuff.
Yeah, this is all completely natural. So it's these like little orange balls, and I take it like to get my period. So my period will be like coming, and then it won't come because of the PCOS. But then I take the natural progesterone, and it brings my period on, and it actually like helps me be calm. Progesterone in general is very calming. Progesterone is great. You can get progesterone cream. You can take natural progesterone.
Okay, so I had progesterone cream at one point, but it made me even more depressed.
It made you depressed.
Like,
interesting. It will make you tired.
Oh, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe I couldn't get out of bed.
Yes, it's going to make you really tired because it's calming.
Oh.
So the progesterone will make you tired if you don't like
What is the natural stuff that you take? The orange?
I have to get the name of it. It's a little orange, but I can send it to you.
Okay,
it's orange natural. It's in a little orange ball. It's natural progesterone.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
So I take that just right before to get my period, and then I'm pretty like calm, and then a little bit of Prozac if I need it, because I don't want to go up on the Effexor. The Effexor is really hard to get off of, and I weaned myself down to the starting dose of that.
Yeah.
So I try not to take more than, It's a battle. People don't understand. And, I actually am going into a doctor at Cedars I've been waiting to meet with for like 5 months. I go to see next week because I want to go get like an ablation, because I have the endo and the PCOS. It's just too much.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Like the
so are you
pain
in
is
just,
unreal.
I was going to say, are you in just unbearable pain every month?
Yeah. It's and then in between, like it used to be like just around my period, and now it's like without my period, I'm starting to have pain. And I'm like worried. I'm more worried about the more I see about endometriosis is that it's spreading, over my intestines or like getting thoracic endometriosis because I get chest pain around my period.
Interesting. So it's
mostly
like
just around my period. It's like weird. And I'm like, and then I'm like reading about it, and it's like endometriosis can grow everywhere. And I'm like, oh, like people have had it in their brain, their lungs. Not to make you worry about another thing. I'm dead. I'm like, I'm going to trigger you, and you're going to be like, you're going to leave the podcast and just start like Googling.
I don't think I have that though. I don't think I have.
You just have PCOS.
I think so.
Like, do you have bad cramping?
Like to the point where I'm like in the fetal position crying.
Okay, so why don't you think you have endo?
Because it's only like every 3 periods that happens.
That's strange.
It's so bizarre.
Have you had a laparoscopy where they go in and just look?
Yeah.
They went in through your belly button and did like the surgery?
No.
No, you need to have that to like diagnose it for sure.
Because I was going to say, how do you get diagnosed?
Unless like for me, my ultrasound, my endometriosis is so bad that they saw the webbing on my ultrasound of endometriosis when they saw all my polycystic ovaries. They saw webbing, so much webbing.
Whoa.
So they saw that. And
That's
then,
what I've been doing. I just did like 2 weeks ago an ultrasound.
Yeah.
And like I have a lot of cysts and a lot of fibroids and just a lot of pain during my
So I
period.
will tell you the one thing that does work, even though I should do it and I don't, was I went dairy and gluten-free for a year. And all my cysts went away.
Really?
Every single fucking one.
You're kidding.
Not kidding. But eating gluten-free and dairy-free was very hard. It's
I can't
basically
imagine.
carnivore. Like you're just eating meat and you're eating like lettuce with like
veggies
and potato and just it was hard. And then we went on tour. And I was like, I can't do this. Like,
well,
I
was gonna say.
Plus, I was miserable. I was like, But then it's like, what do I want? Pain and
right.
cysts, or like it's like this trade off. But then I'm like, I love cake and I love ice cream and I want to live my life and I love cheese.
I literally on the plane last night
I'm like gross.
Had cheese and pasta, and then for dessert I had a cheese plate.
So I
do this to myself is what you're saying.
The pain, yeah.
Wait, how long did you go on tour for? Do you like being on the bus?
We're on tour all the time. No. No, I don't like it.
How do you
I'm a princess. I don't like that shit.
I only went on a bus for 3 months when I was doing the Dancing with the Stars tour, and
Did
I
you like it?
Loved it.
Weirdo.
I know.
Some people do. So like some people, the bus like rocks them to sleep. For
didn't
me,
do that,
like
but-
our bus was like every little rock we hit, I was like, oh.
Well, did you have like the back?
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Mhm.
They put me in the back on like, they're like, you have your own bedroom. And I was like flying around.
Yeah.
I didn't like the sleeping
So
part
you
of it.
slept in
But
the bunks?
I didn't because they were
Oh.
taken and I would have
Oh.
rather slept in the bunks. But I just
Yeah.
liked it because I knew there was light at the end of the tunnel. I was like, this is such an experience. I don't have to do this after this. So I think that helped.
Oh my God,
So I
you're so
took it.
positive.
I'm really not.
Oh.
I'm not. I just love dancing so much. I think that was like, yeah.
Wow, you're just a little dancing girl. I love it. You just start dancing right now. I'm like, oh.
I pull out my tap shoes, get on the table.
I can't.
No, I just feel like I like love, but I can't imagine. It threw me off because I don't have a schedule, a routine. I don't have and that affected my anxiety really bad. So I was thinking for you, like being on tour doing
Oh, it was
that.
a nightmare. Do you get also? I like don't like my anxiety's health anxiety. I always think I'm dying. I always think I have like a heart attack or something.
Mine's ever
so-
changing.
Yeah, and so like if we're not near a hospital, I freak out because my heart's always beating weird because I'm anxious. So it's always like boop 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 boop. I'm like, why the fuck is my heart doing the Macarena? Like it's like bum, 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 and I'm like, and I feel it. And I freak the fuck out.
Yeah,
It's
I mean that
horrible.
doesn't sound.
And my
normal.
husband's just so mellow. He's like, babe, just chill. I'm like, oh really? Oh really?
One of those like
Yeah,
never
he
in the
just doesn't
history
worry about anything, dude.
of someone telling me to chill.
Yeah,
have I
has
ever
it
been
ever
like,
worried?
oh.
But I wish I could just care like he doesn't care about anything. He's just so mellow.
What do you think?
It's just his disposition.
Yeah.
He's just this like
He's always been that way.
chill. Yes.
Yeah.
Chill, doesn't give a like
That's
just
nice.
so just mellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
is
jealous
nice.
of that.
You want to get back into acting? Are you?
Yeah, I'm always there.
Yeah.
Like I'm with Gersh and I take auditions when I get them, but you know.
What would your dream role be?
Something with depth, you know, and because I love that, you
Yeah.
know, and I would love it. I just don't. There's just not a lot. I don't know. I haven't had a lot of opportunities for it.
But
Comes and goes.
I feel like you talk about like live entertainment being like a dying breed, but I also feel like movies kind of are not as.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what's next.
What is next?
People are just so obsessed with the phone. Like people don't even watch the movie. Like I
No.
see people. I'll go over people's house and they're gonna be like, they're like, oh, we're gonna have a movie night.
And then
And
they're
I
on their
look
phone.
over at everybody and they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, they're
Yeah.
just shopping
Mhm.
online. I'm like, are you you guys watching? Or
Yeah.
like, and they're all just like this.
No,
I'm like,
it's.
It's kind of crazy.
I even saw that happen in the movie theater when I went to
Yeah.
Wicked 2 days ago. And I remember seeing people on their phones in Wicked. And I was like, first of all, you shouldn't be on your phone in a movie theater. It's rude.
Yeah.
But, like,
no, people are just they
Y-
can't.
that
get
is-
away
it is the
from
most like aesthetically pleasing movie you've ever
Yeah,
seen, and
and
so
they-
much happening, and that's still not enough for
Not
their
enough.
brains. Like they need to go to the next thing.
It's too They need too much stimulation.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky.
It's scary.
It is scary.
And the kids are being raised with like the iPads and shit, and then they're really not going to be able to get away from it.
Where was I the other day? At some restaurant, and every child had headphones and an iPad. And I'm like, I'm not a mom, so I can't say what I would do in that situation. But I did feel like, God, it is scary how addicted, because we as adults are addicted to screens. So as a developing brain as a child to get addicted to a screen is like, I don't know.
I know it's going to be a different breed of people. For sure.
It really is.
Yeah.
Besides acting, are there any big projects or goals that you're working towards that you want to share?
I mean, I have the podcast, which has just been so fun, and then I just do stand up locally, and I'm just kind of chilling. Like I just like I'm just like enjoying my life, you know. I also am like getting to this place where I don't feel as much of a need to be like seen.
Yeah.
You know, like if someone asks me to do something, I'm like, sure, most of the time, but like I don't go out of my way to seek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like getting more complacent and like not really being seen as much. You know,
I
I'm
am
like,
right there
I don't
with
need
you.
to post as much. I don't need to like I've done it all, you know. I'm just enjoying my regular day-to-day life, playing with my dogs, hanging out with my husband, chilling in my house. Yeah,
you know?
I'm just enjoying my life. You know?
Well, and your podcast is obviously successful. What is the craziest, worst first story that you've heard on your podcast?
Oh my God, there's so many. The worst one? Oh boy. God, I mean, there's been so many. There were ones where it was like worst family betrayal, where like some girl found out that her mom, she was pregnant with her husband's baby, and then her mom was fucking her husband.
No.
And then her mom got pregnant. It's like crazy. It's
And
like
kept
Maury shit.
the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
And then
Maury
they're
shit.
together.
No, the mom
Yeah,
and
the mom and her husband are together. Yeah.
How do you explain that to the
It's
children?
just insane. I mean, people go through so much stuff. It's insane. They
my.
write in and say the most insane things, and I'm just like, this is like horrifying.
Oh my
Sometimes,
gosh.
yeah, it's really sad. And sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's funny.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
how often do you podcast a week?
we do it once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah, yeah. Or because Brittany goes on tour a lot, so we have to bank them sometimes.
yeah.
So we'll do it like a couple times a week. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun.
That
It's
it-
really fun.
And where do you guys record out of? Like, do you live?
Sherman Oaks.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love podcasting. I've been doing it for 8 years, and I don't get sick of it.
No, it's fun. I
Yeah.
love talking to people too. So
Yeah.
it's like great.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I had my own podcast before I did this one with her, and then that one was like mismanaged, and so then she came to me with this opportunity, and I was like, sure. So I really love the Just Media team who runs our podcast. They're
that's
like
good.
amazing.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of just handle everything. So
that's
it's
nice.
You get to just show up, right?
Oh, that's nice.
You too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm there as well, but
Yeah.
like I still feel like I'm kind of a perfectionist too, so I still like
You want a piece of control?
yeah,
Yeah.
but then I don't want to do the work.
I need this to be this, and this, and Jerry, you're gonna do it. I can't. That's hilarious.
I like
This guy
because
out here is just like sweating. He's like, gotta make sure it's right. Can't.
or he'll hear from me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm such a weird combination of a perfectionist, but also like lazy and carefree.
That's like the ADHD thing. It's
Yeah.
Like you're like, you have things you want to do, but you're not motivated. Do you take like Adderall or anything?
No, Adderall gives me such bad anxiety.
Same. I did it for when I was younger, and I can't do any stimulants.
Yeah.
Even drinking this Coca-Cola, I feel like I'm gonna be Crash Bandicoot in like 2 seconds. Like, like I literally, I'm like, calm down. I just crunched this can in my hand, like, the voices. I'm just kidding, but kind of.
You kind of, but not
know what I
really.
mean?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do know exactly
Makes
what you
me
mean.
Spin the out.
I can't drink soda in general, but that's because when I had COVID, it changed my taste buds, and every soda tastes like soap.
Soap. Well,
Every
that
single
did
one.
you a favor.
Well, yeah, I didn't really like
You
it in the
don't need
first
to
place,
have
but
soda.
like
Everything
that would
tastes
taste like
soap.
even if I smelled that, it would smell like soap. Yeah, it's really
Whoa.
weird.
That is weird.
It's really weird. Okay, these are just fun, lighthearted,
Go ahead. Anything you want.
really, really easy ones. Okay, if you had to trade lives with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
Ooh. Any celebrity for a day, who would it be if I had to trade lives with them? That's so interesting. That's a tough one to think about because I love my life. I'm like, my life is rad, but I'm just trying to think about who.
I love that.
I'm like,
This is like if somebody like gunned to your head, you had to change lives with a celebrity for a day.
Yeah. I'd probably want to be like. I'm just trying to think who I admire. Who do I think is like?
See, I wish my brain went to who do I admire. I go straight to Britney Spears because I want to know what she's thinking.
Oh, poor Brit.
I love her. I love her so much, and I just want to know what's happening.
I know. I'm trying to think. Okay, so maybe like I feel like I was gonna say like maybe Angelina Jolie, but I feel like she's so sad right now. I
Yeah.
sense a sadness in her, so maybe not her right now, but maybe someone like God. That's such a hard one. Penelope Cruz.
Oh,
She's just so
she
beautiful.
really is.
And I saw her at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I was having lunch and she was at the Polo Lounge and she walked by and it was just like,
She's a vision.
I mean,
Yeah.
Stop. Like
Yeah, she's a
everyone was
vision.
just like
Yeah.
salad just hanging out of their mouth. Like
Yeah.
so pretty,
Yeah.
so adorable, and like what a career. And
Yeah.
like not I feel like she's famous, but she's also able to live her life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So she's not like so famous that like, she is so famous, but she's not,
know what you
she gets
mean.
to be a little bit normal, I feel like, I feel like she
Yes.
can kind of do normal things, and then she's so gorgeous and she's done so many cool things, and I admire her acting career, and I
Yeah.
think she's had cool roles, and
She has.
that's
That's a
like,
good one.
I loved her in Blow. Yeah, I feel like that's
Oh,
like the
Blow's a
kind of
great movie.
kind of person I would want, because she also seems really happy, and
Yeah.
then like you hear the way like she's with Javier Bardem and her husband.
Oh.
Dead.
I didn't know.
Just stuck in Nashville. Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's
Now,
that?
who's
Who's
that?
Javier Bardem?
Tell them to get off my lawn.
I can't. And it was like really sweet. Someone asked him, how do you feel about working with your wife? Most people say it's their worst nightmare or whatever. And he goes, well, I'm not like those people. He's like, I love working with my wife. And like,
Aw.
he just spoke so like sweet of her. I don't know. So I think maybe that's off the top of my head.
No,
That's
that's
a
a good
person I
one.
think would be cool.
Who is the guy that's the actor in Shameless?
Oh, William H. Macy?
Yeah, and his wife.
Yeah, I forget her name. She was that Nurse Jackie lady, wasn't she?
Well,
Or no, it's Annette Bening,
no.
right?
Mm-mm. It's
Hold on, let me Google it.
yeah, Google, because I watched this Hulu series called Accused, and they were together in this episode, and it was so cute to watch them act together.
Oh, Felicity Huffman.
Yeah, Felicity.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Felicity Huffman. They did an episode of this.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she's great. That's so cool. Yeah,
I think it's so cute, and they've been together forever.
forever. So many people have. I mean, look at what's her name? Kate Hudson's mom.
Oh
And,
gosh,
yeah, and
Goldie
they've been-
Hawn and Russell.
Not Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
They've been together forever and not married, but
I
together
know.
forever.
Yes.
I'm really hoping like that's me. Like I got married and I'm just like I don't really believe in divorce. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have gotten married if I did.
Yeah.
And I know I'm my husband's fourth wife, but his first wife, they got annulled, the marriage. They got it annulled. So
What does that mean?
technically third. Like he was married to her for like a month.
Oh.
And then he was like, no.
oh. That's kind
So-
of like the rock star life. I feel like he's settled
Yeah,
down now, and
he's
like
so settled down.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a like great. We have such a great life.
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't know. It's weird. I kind of just I feel like for me when I said I do, I was like I'm
Yeah.
kind of like a stick it outer.
That's nice.
Mhm.
You have this aura about you that feels very peaceful right now.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Even when I even brought up Vine, you were kind of like, ugh.
Ugh,
What is a video of yours that makes you cringe?
all of them. I
What?
look back at my characters and I'm like, what an idiot. I don't know. I just feel like I was just in like such a place where I mean, it's also funny because it's like I really didn't give a I didn't like really wear makeup in any of my videos. I didn't make myself look pretty. I
Yeah.
mostly didn't care, and I'm just like a nightmare. It was just me being so unhinged that I look back and I'm like, oh boy, could have done for some privacy. But, it is what it is.
That's
Yeah.
I tried so hard to go viral on Vine all the time.
Did you?
All
Oh
the
my God,
time.
so funny.
Yeah, I would also cringe looking back at those
I also
videos,
think the
though.
funny thing was, and like maybe that's why it happened, was because I got on there with like such a pure intention of just having fun.
Yeah,
And I was like,
weren't
I'm
trying
just
too
going
hard.
to do all these characters that I have, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to have fun. And then it was just like, it just became big because I didn't really.
Did you have characters?
I had so many characters.
What?
I had like
Who's
this
your favorite
character
one?
called like the beekeeper, who he would like, he was a beekeeper, but like he was never good at it. You know what I mean? He'd be like, I hate, you know what I hate? You know what I hate more than that song, Black and Yellow? Bees. Like I was just always like fighting with bees, but like not good at like getting rid of them, and just I would make jokes. It was called Jokes with the Beekeeper.
What?
And I looked so ugly, and I would draw a mustache on my face, and I wore like a up hat. I was demented. Like, I
Where
don't know
does this sense of humor
just
come
mental,
from?
Just mental, just like all these little characters I had. And then like I had so many characters. And then I had little JJ who would like hit on girls, but just was like so obnoxious. And I would put like a gum wrapper as a fake grill and stuff. Like, it's just horrible. And I did this series and I see people doing that now on TikTok. I see so much of my stuff recycled.
Oh, I bet.
Like I did this series on Vine where it was like if girls hit on guys the way guys hit on girls. And I would like pull up on guys and be like, well, nice ass. Like, what you got packing in that trunk? Got a little junk in that trunk. Like, I would literally hit on guys like they like
I did one.
Yeah. And then people now are doing it on TikTok. And everyone's like, this is genius. And I'm like, I
you're
did
welcome.
it like 100 years ago. But it's okay. It's whatever. It is what it is, right?
Well, TikTok is literally everyone copying everyone always. And who knows where the credit. It's like trying to figure out.
I don't even care. I'm like, whatever, you know. It's
trying to
good,
figure out like where the joke came from. Who made up that joke?
Yeah. I just so many characters. And then Natalie Nature was like this like nature character that I had that was like she stops at Air One. She talks like this, and her trade line was like, I love it. And like it was so funny. It was just like a weird.
Do you bring back those characters ever?
No.
Oh, just
I'm
kidding.
just like I'm so over everything now. I'm like, yeah, that was great. Me with being mentally ill online. Love that for me. Yeah.
Wait, that is great that you've gotten to a place where you're just like, I love my life and I'm actually so happy.
I'm just so happy, and I also just don't feel the need for like the attention.
Yeah.
You know, like I could post every day. Like,
do you think it's because we see so many people trying to get attention that you're like, you go do it?
Yeah, it's just like I see people who are like chronically online where they're every day, you know, hey guys, I scrolled past this girl on TikTok. I'm not gonna say who it is, but it was just like she gets in her car and she goes, hey guys, just had a workout, just got a smoothie, I'm on my way to get my hair blow dry. Like, just giving us her updates like we're her boyfriend or something. And I'm like waiting for the punchline. I'm waiting for something funny. I'm waiting for nothing. And then just a log off. Like, just like, okay, hope you have a good day. Like,
I find a lot of people online very confusing.
But I mean, I don't know, whatever. Maybe it makes people happy. Who knows? Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
One thing that Tommy does that drives you crazy. Do you get the ick ever?
No, because he's so handsome.
Aww.
Like, it's like really crazy. He's like really good looking guy. He doesn't really give me the ick.
That's nice.
Something he does that drives me crazy. Doesn't really drive me crazy, but he does wake up really early.
Really?
And we're just kind of on opposite schedules.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a night owl.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
up all night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just creative at night.
Yeah.
I love being awake at night. And he wakes up at like 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Just naturally.
Yeah, that's like middle of the night for me.
So then he's tired, obviously, at like 9:30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if we want to watch a movie or if we want to like watch a show, he'll make it 2 seconds. So it's like we can't really watch a lot of stuff because
What is like an ideal date
he'll
night for
fall
you two?
asleep. I mean, every night's a date night. We have so much
You
fun.
guys are stinking cute, man.
No, we eat dinner together every night, and like we sit and talk, and like it's just like no phones, and we just talk about our day, and you know, we sit together and we make sure to have dinner together every single night.
So nice.
We plan dinners. Like, he likes to cook, you know. I mean, every day is like a little date night. You know, it's also my best friend.
That's really nice.
You know, and it's kind of weird because it's right. But then it's weird because it's like also I'm like, I need to like hang out with other people too, because then you get like too
codependent.
Yeah, where you're just like, it's just us, and that's all I need, and like everything is good, and I got the dogs, and like I'm good, you know, and I don't, you know, explore a lot outside of that. Which my friends are like, hello.
That's I get like very comfortable in my space and like with certain people.
I
get
have
that.
a lot of bandwidth for people anyway.
I get that.
You know, I get tired. You know, after talking to people, I'm tired. So
I get that. Are you tired right now?
No, I will be after. I
Same.
will be
I
like,
do the exact same thing.
You just go home and you're like,
I can't even talk after, like, this is my third podcast and I get on this
my
roll.
God, all in one day?
Yeah.
I would literally kill myself. I told Brittany, because I have no, like, it's very hard for me to, like, I can do one a day. And then days when we have to do two, I'm like,
It's a lot. I actually don't mind it once I get going. Like, this morning I had a bit of anxiety over like, because I have this fear that people are going to walk away from my interviews and be like, that was a waste of my time.
No.
So when I do three,
sweet.
I'm scared that I'm like,
Burnt out by the third one?
Yeah. I'm
Am
like
I the third one?
Yeah. I'm like, do I seem burnt out? Do I seem like
This shit sucked. I'm dead.
Worst
Miss me with
podcast.
this podcast. I'm dead. What's it called again? Off the Vine? Fine. It's like a Vine podcast. Just kill myself.
Yeah, that's why.
Speaking of off the Vine, we got Vine star Brittany Furlan here. Blah, blah, blah.
That's my intro.
I just
right
jump
there.
off a bridge. I can't.
I'm literally using that clip
You've had
as the
great
intro.
guests today. So did you just change your shirt every episode?
I literally kept the same outfit on the whole time.
I can't. You're amazing.
I pack so lightly because I
Yeah.
don't like overpacking.
yeah.
And so I'm like, this is what I'm working with. You know, sometimes you just get super caught up in your routine that you forget to take care of you. I see you. I know you. I am you sometimes. I've definitely been in that spot. And then I found Dime Beauty. I love their skincare. It's clean, affordable, and it actually works, which makes it so easy to stick to a routine. The work system is everything that you need to try in one package. I've been loving the Tinted Glow Wonder Screen too. I feel like that's a must try. If you're looking to refresh your skincare, Dime has got you covered. From rejuvenating eye serums to clean retinol alternatives and even luxurious body oils, their products are all about making your skin feel amazing. One of my favorites right now, their TBT cream. Truly the best alternative to retinol because it smooths and rejuvenates without that irritation that other retinols give. So no redness, no peeling, just healthy glowing skin. I could not recommend it enough. With over 2 million happy customers and thousands of 5-star reviews, Dime's products really just speak for themselves. So head over to dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com. Okay, holidays. They're about creating memories at home. And for me, those cozy moments like curling up with a hot drink by the fire or hosting family dinners around a beautiful table. I just love little details that make the holidays feel extra special. And that is where Wayfair comes in. Okay, so whether you're decorating for festive gatherings or you just want to make your home feel more inviting, they have everything you need to create holiday magic, all within your budget. I recently picked up a few things from Wayfair for my home, and they really help set the mood. So I added some cozy throw blankets, a new rug in the living room, totally transformed the space and made it feel so warm and welcoming. And the best part, the delivery was free and super fast. Free and super fast. Wayfair is my go-to for everything I need to make holidays easier, more fun, from kitchen essentials like beautiful tableware, cookware, to stylish decor for the living room or the tree. They have it all. Truly it all. Plus, they offer a huge selection, so no matter your style or budget, you'll find the perfect pieces. Set the scene for new holiday memories with Wayfair. Head to wayfair.com right now to get your home holiday ready. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. I always end with people telling me a confession, an embarrassing story, something that you're like,
yeah,
I
read that I had to have one.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of embarrassing stories, believe it or not, because I don't tend to get like embarrassed. I'm kind of
I'm
just
the
like,
same.
well,
Yeah.
I was an idiot, but okay, maybe this is embarrassing. So I matched with a famous guy on Raya before my husband, and we went on a date, and it was fine. It was cool. And we got along, but he was like too short for me.
Fair.
And so I ended up running into him later at Comic-Con. And he was like one of the people everyone was coming to see. And I was at Comic-Con that day because I was doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for some producer that I hadn't met yet, right? And so I'm talking to him, and I'm waiting for this producer, and I'm just catching up with him, like, how are you? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And this guy walks up, and without a beat, I'm thinking, oh, it's the producer that I'm waiting for, right? Because he
Yeah.
walks up to us, and I was go, oh, hi, I've been waiting for you, meet so-and-so. And like, I introduced them, and they like shook hands. And then they both like looked at me, and I was like, oh, so you're like here to do my podcast? And he's like, no, I'm literally his friend. And I was like,
Just
but
kidding.
they like shook hands. So I was like, but they were awkwardly shaking hands
like,
because I was like,
committed to it for you.
meet him, like meet him. I don't care if you know him, meet him already. And I was wanting to kill myself. And I was like, okay, well, that's great. All right, well, you have fun, you guys. And I walked
Bye now.
away so awkward. It was so awkward. I was like, oh my God.
I went on a date with a guy who was so crazy, and he was so hot, but he was so crazy, and he went psycho over this hockey game. And I remember I was so turned off by him. I was
screaming
screaming at the TV, and we were hanging out at my house, and I thought it was like a date, and he was like screaming at the TV. And then I was like, I can't do this with this guy. I went to an audition like a week later. My girlfriend owned this agency, and she was like, I didn't really do auditions or anything, but she was like, hey, you should go in for this part in this Coors Light beer commercial.
Yeah.
And the audition was me with him He was the guy auditioning for the guy part. I was the girl. And he had to be banging on a refrigerator at a gas station.
Perfect. He's
watching a sports game through the refrigerator. And it was me like being like, oh, this guy. And I was like, what are the freaking chances
You
of
didn't
this?
even have to act.
I didn't.
You're like, just do the same thing you did
Yeah.
the night we hung out.
Just recreate
How
it,
did he-
run
did
it
he
back.
get it?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I didn't either.
You walked in,
Um,
you're like, let me tell you guys,
Yeah,
he
like-
is perfect. Banging
Take
on
him.
shit. This
And
is the guy.
I remember seeing the commercial actually like a year later and being like, oh, no, he didn't get it. But it's so funny that happened. Like the most random.
I can't. What's like the
run-in.
worst date you've been on? Was that the worst one?
That was one of the worst. I haven't been on like that bad of dates, to be
Have
honest
you gone
with you.
out with a lot of famous people?
No.
Okay.
I tend to like them regular Joes who
That's great.
maybe have been on one reality show and
Yeah, one reality show.
kind of get it, but like
regular
don't.
Joe on one reality show. That's not a regular Joe. I
You're
can't.
right. Okay,
One
maybe.
reality show under the belt.
But also tell everybody where they can follow you and find your podcast.
Oh God, if you want to, at
They
Brittany,
should- you're-
please.
but that's
Before
why
I burn it all to the ground.
But you are refreshing.
I'm gonna
to follow
delete it. I'm
because-
gonna delete it soon. But
Oh wow.
at Brittany Furlan on Instagram, and then my podcast, which I'm not deleting, obviously, is This Is the Worst podcast that I host with Brittany Schmidt, and it's a hoot.
It is a hoot.
It's a hoot. So
Yeah, amazing.
we're gonna have you on.
Oh, I can't wait. I would love that. Are you just saying that to be nice?
No, I would love to.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
Seem like you got a lot of worse stories. Seems like your life's the worst. So
Yeah,
we'd
it's-
love to have you on.
You're like you've never had a bad dating story? No, not really. Everything's
like,
been pretty great.
I have OCD and I live in the forest in Nashville and I have bacterial vaginosis. I'm like, this bitch is great. Get this bitch on the podcast right now. And worst everything, right?
yeah, we can just talk about my BV.
You're like, I need Botox right now. I'm getting my eyelids ripped off. I'm doing everything. Bitch. Next time I see you, you're gonna be like this.
I just look like the cat lady.
Hey guys, it's me. Do you remember me,
I
Kaitlyn?
actually don't sleep because my eyelids
Yeah,
don't close
they just
anymore.
draw eyes on your tops of your eyelids. They just open all the time. Bitch, you don't need shit done to you. If you get really getting this eyelid shit,
I'm on the fence now because
don't do it. You're too young right now. Wait till it's like we have more to give.
well, you
'Cause
can
I-
do it again.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm the lizard person. Like people
I am
think I
scared.
have had plastic surgery and I have not. I've only had filler. But it's like
People think filler is plastic surgery, though.
That's insane. They're ridiculous. But you know, you're so pretty. I mean,
Thank you.
I
But don't you think I could?
What are you gonna do? What's it gonna look like? Can we see?
It literally will. She said people won't even be able to notice. It's like gonna be like that flap will be gone.
What flap? She's just making shit up. She's like, you know, that tongue you have above your eyelid.
Look at it.
That's dehydration, bitch. Drink some water. That's
No, I
what
hate
that is.
water.
You need to drink look at you with your coffee. I haven't had an ounce of water today.
I haven't.
Get her some Jerry. Get her an Evian. That's not. That's
You're right.
dehydration. That's
You
what,
know
and you're
what it might
thin.
be.
And like, listen, you start pulling shit.
I know. I
you're
am a
gonna
little
end up Joan
scared.
Rivers real quick.
No,
Okay,
that's
listen,
my
on the
fear. Is that
fence.
I like will have like
No,
dysmorphia and not see
don't.
what I'm doing.
You're so pretty. I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't, babe.
I even stopped taking all of my vitamins for this.
Ugh, well, do whatever you want to do, but you know, hopefully it's just very subtle.
She said it's the most subtle.
Yeah, I'm at a party and like I see you and you turn around and you're like, "Hey, girl,
You scream.
I got it done." It's
I mean,
super,
hello.
super subtle, right? She told me she got rid of the flappy. I'm like, oh my god,
I'm scared. I'm gonna look
permanently
different.
eyes open. You
Okay,
go to sleep and they're just like,
I'm literally gonna send you a before and after photo,
okay.
and then you.
I trust you're gonna go to somebody. You're on in LA.
No, Nashville.
Oh my god, are you serious, bitch?
Wait, and get a load of this.
Nashville plastic surgery. What is she doing? A Groupon? What's happening? You got a 2-for-1
I just have
bluff.
to post on Instagram. No,
Are
I'm
you
just kidding. No, I'm
serious?
not doing.
The trade force.
No,
Oh my god.
I'm not doing. I promise. I'm
I
not
used to
doing
do
the
that with my
trade.
Botox lady because I loved her. Like I could obviously afford my Botox,
Yeah.
but she was trying to grow her following, so
Yeah.
she would constantly be like, "Can we post you getting injected?" And I'm like, regret that so much.
Really?
Oh my god. I'm like, yeah,
I
not anymore.
I call out my Botox lady all the time because I think she's amazing. She recommended Klippenstein. I'm out of here.
I gotta go.
Cut.
I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.